This week's Play of the Game is brought to you by the Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods, published since 1893. Welcome to this week's edition of HavenFootball.net's Play of the Game. Except for the lightning delay, it was a perfect football night with temps in the high 60s and no rain, as these two Central League undefeated teams prepare to battle it out for the Central League title. Garnet Valley got the ball first but went 3 and out, and then Haven went to work and just started pounding away on the ground as number 32 Shane Green goes straight off tackle and forces his way for 14 yards. 2 plays later, Green gets the call again and goes untouched for 2 yards into the end zone. Haven scores first, 7-0. But the Jags are no slouches when it comes to running games as number 21 Luke Vaughn goes up the middle for 14 yards. But 3 plays later, number 11 Dante Devano goes wide left, but number 20 Marco Kaufman hits him hard, forcing the fumble, which is recovered by number 34 Vince Hales. Allowing the Panthers a short field is never a good idea, and it takes them only 5 plays as Green goes up the left side again for 18 yards and the score. Haven is leading 14-0. But the Jags quarterback number 9 Tyler Lassick is nothing if not tough as he gets caught but breaks away, turning a loss into a 10-yard gain. Lassick can pass too as he finds an open number 1 Kai Lopez for 16 yards. But the Panther D is playing tough as Lassick finds Lopez again, but number 5 James Fisher is right there for the stop. But the Jags won't be denied as number 20 Nolan Carroll goes 2 yards for the score. But the Jags can't get a break as this extra point attempt goes wide left and bounces off the upright and misses. Haven leads 14-6. It's Fisher's turn to carry and uses his speed to go wide right and just outruns the coverage for 28 yards. But Haven's luck goes bad as Fisher takes this 5 yards into the end zone, but loses the handle right before he breaks the plane. Matt Smith from Delco Times got this great shot showing the fumble, which definitely occurs before Fisher breaks the plane. Good call. Garnet Valley goes 3 and out, and Haven goes to ground pound again as Green goes off tackle, but finds a huge seam and takes it for 25 yards. 2 plays later, Fisher goes wide for 7 yards and finds the end zone for another 6 points. Haven goes into the half leading 21-6. The Panthers get the ball first in the second half, or so they thought, as the Jags execute a picture-perfect onside kick as the kicker, number 85, Brock DeBaspero, follows his kick and times it perfectly as he touches the ball right at the 50 and recovers his own kick. Perfect. Quarterback Lassick is determined to make this a game and keeps it on this option and finds the seam for 18 yards. 3 plays later, Vaughn gets the call and marches in from the 3. Garnet Valley only trails by 8. Haven needs to get points, and Fisher goes off tackle for another 13 yards. 4 plays later, Kaufman gets the call as he runs right up the gut, breaking tackles and bullying his way for 27 yards. But a couple of penalties and an incomplete pass turns the ball over to the Jags at their own 18-yard line. Garnet Valley needs points, and Vaughn gets the call again and finds a seam and then turns right as he speeds past defenders for 48 yards. Haven's D is playing tough as Lassick has nowhere to throw and gets taken down at the line of scrimmage. But on 4th and 7, Lassick is undeterred as he finds Devano for 10 yards and the first down. Lassick keeps this one, but number 81, Jahai Curtis, slips his block and takes Lassick down for a 3-yard loss. At 3rd and 12, Lassick is looking to the end zone, but everyone is covered as the Panthers close in. But Lassick scrambles, looks to run, and then sees number 86 Drew Kevino in the corner and makes a great throw for 6 points. Which brings us to tonight's first play of the game.
Bunch formation to the right once again. Carroll, your single setback. Tight end to the left is Caden Ollinger. Motion man. And they fake it to Carroll. This is Lassick on a keeper trying to get outside. Cuts it back. The Panthers stack him up, and we'll see. No good. Panthers make the stop. Hales and others in the mix there. And Lassick inches shy from tying it.
Haven's lead is shrunk down to 2 points. Quarterback number 6, Jake Kitchen, knows that 2 points won't hold, so at 3rd and 8, he just leans back and throws this perfect pass to a well-covered Fisher for 38 yards. But the Jags hold and force Haven to punt. Which brings us to tonight's last play of the game.
Backs are split behind Lassick on 2nd down and 8. Double dive, ball came loose, out of the hands of Lararis, and the Panthers are on it. The Panthers recover a fumble, double dive that time. Lararis took a heavy hit, but Mike, boy, you said it, the defense needs a stop.
On 3rd and 5, Kaufman simply powers his way through the defensive line, going for 9 yards and the first down, keeping the possession. 3 plays later, Kaufman finds a hole and then goes untouched for 23 yards and the touchdown. Haven gets an unsportsmanlike call on the touchdown, and now the extra point becomes a 35-yard kick. But number 27, Ben Milligan, simply goes out and nails it, giving the Panthers the final score and putting it out of reach for the Jags, 28-19. Shane Green led the ground attack with 17 rushes for 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also had 2 tackles on defense. Marco Kaufman led the defense with 18 tackles, but also had 10 rushes for 82 yards and 1 touchdown. And a special shout out to Ben Milligan, who went 4 for 4 on extra points, including that 35-yarder, sealing the victory for the Panthers. Next week, the Panthers return home to take on the powerful Marple Newtown Tigers for a 7 p.m. kickoff. Tune in again next week for another edition of HavenFootball.net's Play the Game.